Hi there, you're on Gossip Says channel. Enjoy watching, subscribe and like it. It's growing our community.
Story 1. I am 19. Ended up having feelings for somebody else while I'm in a relationship at 19, and I don't know what to do. Should I break up with my girlfriend or stay? I'm 19M, and my girlfriend is also 19F, but she's older than me by 7 months. To give context, we've been together for almost 3 years now, and we started off as best friends in high school. So technically, we've been in each other's lives for 8 years now. We fell in love with each other during a time wherein we were both trying to improve our own individual selves. We were supporting each other the most at the time, until it developed to what we are now. When we finally turned into an official couple, we started having monthly fights, although I barely talk back and always just apologize ASAP since I'm quick to realize my own mistakes 95% of the time, and I barely have an ego. During times like this, she always ends up telling me to leave her or that she would leave me, and then say disrespectful words like, "I don't need you. I can have any guy I want. Why would I settle down with someone like you? I'd rather be alone than be with someone like you," etc. But even though she would say stuff like that, I always chose to understand her and be patient with her, since her reactions are mostly due to the traumas that she's trying to recover from her past relationship. Her ex was a cheater and abusive, and the time she spent with that person really took a toll on her mental health. So I can't really get angry with her because I know all that. We even reached the point countless times wherein she would tell me to fight back when she's being like that because I'm tolerating her. But I found it really difficult to do because I'm not used to getting mad, and I would rather just discuss properly and calmly. To clear things out, I have the type of family that's fucked up and likes to keep their hands wrapped around my neck in order to control my personal life. But I never really let them win except for the rare moments wherein what they're telling me to do is really for the best. Because of this, my family is one of the reasons why me and my girlfriend fight, hence why she sometimes ends up saying, "I'd rather be alone than be with someone like you." So really, I cannot blame her. But whenever she calms down, she tells me that she has zero problems with me, just my family. Given all that context, time to get back to the present. The monthly fights still happen. The monthly doses of disrespectful words and such still happen. And I think I'm being worn out by her because of the kind of treatment that she's giving me. At this point, I worry so much less than I do before whenever we have that monthly scuffle. But not because I know that she will come back, but because I care less for whether she would come back or not. It's as if I feel more at peace, and it hurts because I never really thought that this would happen to us. I love the person, and I make the choice to do so every day. But because of the words that she throws me and the things that she does to me every month, it's as if I ended up being numb towards her absence, and sometimes even feel at peace because of it. In the past few weeks, I met a few new people that I ended up being friends with because we had to work on a project together. And in that group, there's this one person that was always nice to every single one of us. She has a great humor that matches with mine, and we immediately clicked. At first, I thought that what I was feeling was just excitement because I made new friends and I really liked one of them. But as time went on, I started missing, caring, and wanting to spend more time with the person. This scares me. I have felt guilty ever since I realized that what I'm feeling is something else, and I've been beating myself up over it. I tried talking to a good friend of mine about it to ask her what I should do, and she ended up reassuring me that it's not my fault because I can't control what I feel. But what I can control is my actions and reactions. I have not done anything stupid to date, except maybe post this on Reddit and ask for help now. Nor have I treated the new girl in a special way that's above the way that I treat my other new friends. I always do my best to just treat all of them equally, while I actively try to delete what I feel for her. But whenever I'm with my girlfriend, I get this feeling of uneasiness. Like I'm not supposed to be with her. Like deep down inside, I don't want to be with her anymore. So now, I am without peace of mind. It's like I'm faced with two major choices that would dictate how the next few years of my life would go, and it's so difficult. Either I stay with my girlfriend and hope that things get better in the long run, or just break up with her. If I do break up with her though, I do not plan on getting in a new relationship nor pursuing the new girl. I'll just go back to only focusing on my individual growth. taking better care of myself, my studies, my family and my friends until I'm ready again to get back out there. What should I do? I truly feel lost, and I don't ever want to be a cheater since I know very well how it feels like to be cheated on. Should I stay with my girlfriend or break up with her? Story 2. I, 32M, destroyed my perfect relationship with F29 and want to fix it. I'm heartbroken. 32M had 6 months relationship with 29F. Everything was perfect, and we were like a power couple. And it's all destroyed in 2 days, and I blame myself for it. I was the guy that was afraid of falling in love and broken heart. I was 5 years single before I met her. Not because of my appearance, but by choice. I 32M, but people think like I'm like 24. Gym is my passion. I'm muscular, so I'm confident about my appearance. About my past relationship. In 2017, I was heartbroken and my traumatic emotions about my past came back. I went to psychologist and was diagnosed with PTSD, emotional and physical abuse by my father, abandonment, no self-confidence. After 2 years of therapy, I could deal with my PTSD and felt better than ever, and my gym addiction helped a lot. But I was never ready to date because I had to love myself first before I love another. About her past, what she, F29, told me. She had toxic parents. Father addicted to scamming people and mother narcissist and manipulative person. In the past, the family were displaced from home because they couldn't pay the rent. And young age, she moved in with her boyfriend number 1. He was emotional and physical abusive to her, and they broke up. This is in her teenage years. Years later, she moved to another city. She fell in love with boyfriend number 2. He was 5 years older than her, but also a narcissist. He wanted one-sided open relationship, which she agreed, but became serious later and had a child together, F3, and moved back to the city where her parents are from. At that point, her relationship became bad with her ex-boyfriend number 2. He was marijuana addict, emotional abusive, always screaming, and threatened her to leave her when they had a fight. At some point, she was completely done with him, and they broke up and had a joint custody. She moved to house a temporary house, which would be demolished in a year. That is the moment I met her on Tinder, and it was instant click. After 2 weeks of talking, we had a date in sushi restaurant, and we liked each other a lot at this time. She also told her friends that she likes me a lot. After the first date, it became a honeymoon phase. We met each other every week. We lived 15 hours away. Her friend were happy she found love, but my friend's advice was not to date a single mother, but they respected my choice because I found love after 5 years. After 2 months dating, she moved to another temporary house because she didn't feel safe living next to psycho neighbor, which also would be demolished, but in 8 months. She felt relieved, but moving houses made her stressed and tired. Note, she has no money problems. She got money from mortgage split from previous house. At this point, I never met her 3-year-old daughter yet because I was not ready yet. She was happy with her new house, but was sad because there was no money for decorate her daughter's room at that time. I told her not to worry about, and we went to buy laminate, wallpaper, glue, etc. paid from my own pocket, and at the same day we decorated her daughter's room. It made me happy because she was happy. I also bought Nike Panda shoes for her daughter because her mom and I had the same. We were in love and went to Mallorca, Spain for 5 days. At this point she told me, "You are my ride or die. If I lose you, I will lose hope and love." It was a perfect vacation. She always bragged to her sisters and friends how good I'm to her and that she loves me. After our vacation, I told her for the first time that I love her, and that made her happy. At this point, our relationship was official. She was very kind, generous, caring, great cook, and a good wifey material. I always complimented her for this. We were both sticky and knew for sure that we would end up getting old together. She was the one that messaged me good morning every day because she gets up earlier than me. We also wrote our future kid's name on a note. We both had geeky interests. It's like we were meant to be. She also complimented me with saying that she never met someone like me, that I threat her with respect and love, and nobody else did that to her. She gave me this compliment every week. Month 4. I went to my parents' birth country with my family, mother, sister, and brother-in-law. The plan for me was to stay 3 weeks, and it was difficult for both of us not to see each other for this long time. I had a fight with brother-in-law and decided to return after a week. Before that, I bought jacket and 2 teddy bears for my girlfriend's daughter. She knew I was upset about my vacation, and she surprised me with 2 tickets to London for 3 days, and we went to London. I cried in secret because I found a loving person in my life. In London, it was the first time that put our picture together on Instagram, and I got comments which I not expected like, "Are you infertile? Can't you have your own kids? Why are you dating a mother?" It made me upset, and I was not myself at that point, and she felt that. She asked me if I'm okay and that I act distant. After a few hours, I snapped back and looked at her and reminded myself how happy I am and that she is a wifey material. When we went to dinner, she asked me when I'm able to meet her daughter for the first time. I told her that I'm ready and will meet her when I can. Her daughter knows me and sends cute voice messages sometimes. Our relationship was still perfect, and we were still in honeymoon phase. Month 5. I had to work more hours because of vacations and staff shortages. This made me stressed. But I was able to meet her daughter and picked her up from childcare. She ran to me and screamed my name and hugged me. It was the moment that my heart melted. She always came to me, wanted to hug me, and she gets jealous when my girlfriend hugs me cute. That day we brought her to McDonald's because she wanted to eat fries, but she made a mess. Her apple juice and ketchup was fallen on the ground. Her fries was wet and she was crying. I cleaned the mess up, ordered new fries and drinks, and picked her up to cheer her up. My girlfriend said that I'm doing great, how I'm treating her child, and it made me proud. So 2 weeks later, I met her child again. I was playing with her and throwing her in the sky. This is the period that my girlfriend felt sad, stressed, and depressed. The main stress is she has to move out in 4 months, but housing market is very difficult in my country. The second, her ex-boyfriend number 2 is still mentally abusing her. He wants a part of the childcare money, not because he needs it, but to pressure her. That same day, we would go to fitness together after we dropped her daughter off to childcare. When I brought fitness up, she didn't want to go. I told her that it's good if she try because fitness can be good for your mental health. But she didn't want to and asked if I'm angry. I said no, but a bit disappointed. At that point, she went to toilet and I heard crying. I went to her and hugged her and asked if something is wrong. I hold her chin and told her that she is strong and that she is a great mother and I'm proud of her. We skipped gym and watched Harry Potter together, her fat movie. After movie, I hugged her and tried to initiate sex before I went to home, but she rejected. I always leave around 4 to 5 p.m. after staying for a day. I respected her wish and I said, "Okay, it's almost time and I have to leave." And we picked her daughter from childcare and dropped me off train station. The whole car ride she was silent and I played with her daughter. After I left, she was very silent and distant. Because of my past trauma and lack of relationship, I didn't know how to handle those situations. I have to learn it. I gave her time, but a bit on angry tone. Next day, she didn't write good morning and wrote also good morning to you, her name, in angry tone. This is the moment she told me the things I did wrong. And I disagreed at first and I told her that I hugged her, kissed her and motivated her, and that if it's not enough that she should find someone else, and ignored her for 2 days. I know this was the first and last time I had a fight with her. 2 days after I contacted her again, she said that she wants to break up and remove my pictures from her Instagram, blocked my profiles and phone numbers, and we had a last phone call. She said that it's very inappropriate to leave after she didn't want to have sex. I swore on everything that it was not like that, and that I usually leave at 5 p.m. I wanted forgiveness, but she didn't want to anything with me anymore. She is ignoring my emails and doesn't want to give me second chance. I wrote her how she can give up so fast after the things we did together, that our love was almost perfect, that I did so many things for her daughter even before I met her. I had a conversation with her sister, and she said that this has to do with her past traumas. Yesterday, 5 days after breakup, my friend sent me screenshot of her Tinder profile, which broke me. How can she move on so fast? Why doesn't she want to fix it like an adult? I told her that we can fix this and break this curse of hers and prove our parents that we can do better. She doesn't want to do anything of it. She is ignoring me and I'm broken. What can I do? Please help. I really want tips to fix this.